Okie dokies, artichokies, let's finish our last activity and then you have holiday. Yeah! Fun times. Good. If you have not written your name, please write your name. Now this is the same as the maths and the phonics, whereas you have to do it on your own for me, please, because I need to see if you understand the work. So we're paging over until we come to the very last 2 pages. This is not a quiz. I repeat, not a quiz. So don't think of it as a quiz like, what must I write? What did I have to study or whatever? Don't worry about it. Take it slow. Just write what you think. I just need to see where your head's at. Good. What group? Okay, sorry. It says what we have learned about life processes. Remember the life processes? Moving, growing, nutrition, reproduction, and... Moving, growing, nutrition. I'm forgetting one. Moving, growing, nutrition, reproduction. If you guys know what the answer is and you are like literally shouting it at your phone, I'm so sorry because I can't remember it. But let's just carry on. What group does this animal belong to? Name one difference between a mammal and a reptile. What is the difference between a mammal and a reptile? Now, we did this a long time ago, but think about the outer skin of the animals, maybe. Think about how they have babies, maybe. Mammals have babies differently than reptiles. Yeah, the outer skin is different. Their blood works differently. Think about all of those things and write down. Mammals have this, or mammals give birth this way, or whatever, and reptiles have this, or reptiles give birth this way. Write something like, I'm just going to give you an example. Mammals have and reptiles have whatever you want to write. Just write a difference between a mammal and a reptile. Next, sort the animals in the word bank. This is my word bank here at the bottom, into the correct places in the table. Now it says invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates are animals with no backbone. They do not have a backbone. Vertebrates are animals that have backbones. So you need to put these animal names into these columns. For example, a crab, which is a crustacean, but it lives under the ocean, okay? A crab. Does a crab have a backbone or not? If a crab has a backbone, write it over here. If a crab does not have a backbone, write it over here. If you don't know yet, okay, if you're not sure, leave it out for now and move on to the next one. A deer, which is a mammal. Does a deer have a backbone or not? Write deer where it needs to be. If a deer has a backbone, write it here. If a deer does not have a backbone, write it over here. A deer is a mammal. I repeat, a deer is a mammal. Good. Then an eagle, which is a bird. If an eagle has a backbone, write eagle here. If an eagle does not have a backbone, write eagle here. Next, a worm. If a worm, I actually think worms are classified as something else, but let's for now say it's an insect or a bug. If a worm has a backbone, write it here. If a worm does not have a backbone, write it on the other side. The reason I said leave the crab out is because you'll see that backbones is going to fill up. You are going to have 4 backbones, and then you'll see where it should be. I just gave it away. Goodness me. Snail. If a snail has a backbone, write it here. If a snail does not have a backbone, write it in the other column. Monkey, which is a mammal. If a monkey has a backbone, write it here. If a monkey does not have a backbone, write it in the other column. And then a centipede, which is an insect. Centipedes are also now something else because, I mean, they have way too many legs and insects are classified as 6 legs. But whatever, let's just say for the sake of argument, insect, write it in the correct column. No backbone or backbone, centipede. And then fill in crab wherever there's a space. Good. Grade 2, if you feel, you must now think for yourself. If you feel that you know the difference between a vertebrate and an invertebrate, you know which animals have backbones and which do not, then tick this. If you feel like I still don't really know when a mammal has a backbone or when it does not have a backbone, make a cross. Sorry, I'm now going over, but you are only going to make one of the two, either a tick or a cross, okay? Then, if you can name at least 3 animal groups, make a tick. If you cannot name 3 animal groups, make a cross. What they mean with animal groups is types of animals, like we learned about. Those type of things. We did 2 a week. Okay, like... Now how do I give examples without saying? For example, an eagle is a different animal group than a clownfish. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I'm not like writing a quiz or something today because my brain isn't working for some reason. Okay, we're moving on to the next part that says staying alive. Imagine you are alone in the desert. No. What do you need to stay alive? Circle the correct words. Circle what you need to stay alive. If you need food to stay alive in the desert, circle food. If you need clothes to stay alive in the desert, circle clothes. If you need soap to stay alive in the desert, circle soap. This is just to stay alive, not to stay clean or to stay cool or to stay whatever, just to stay alive. Basic. Think about what living things need. If you need water to stay alive, circle water. And then if you need a book to stay alive, circle book. I know the kikinka got cut off, but sorry. Cool. Then they say there's an insect called a mayfly which only lives for 1 or 2 days. What is the one life process it must do before it dies? Grade 2. Here I want you to get those brains switched on, okay? You need to wake up now and think. If this animal who wants its species to live on, okay? That's the purpose of all animals. They want their species to live on. They don't want the species to die out. They don't want there to be no more of that species. If this animal wants its species to live on, what is the one thing that it must do before it dies? It's one of the life processes. What must it do before it dies? I quickly want to look at something off screen because I feel really silly that I can't remember the 5th life process. Because if I can't remember it, how can I expect you to remember? Huh? Yeah, so what's the... Oh, okay. Never mind. I remember now, when I said life processes, I said nutrition, but they put nutrition in 2 different columns. They had it as eating and drinking. I remember that now. Never mind, that's why I remember 5. I know on the Mrs. Green video, they added 2 more, which was, I think, sensing and excreting or excretion or something like that. So it's cool if you know that, that's great, but this year we're not really focusing on those ones. Then, tick or cross. This is now where you have to be honest with me. Tick if you can name the life processes, cross if you cannot. I would have had to cross earlier. I can name the life processes, tick if you can, cross if you cannot. Tick or cross, I know the 5 senses. If you know the 5 senses, make a tick. If you do not, make a cross. The 5 senses are the ones that we wrote a quiz on the week before school closed, where it has something to do with your hands, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and your nose. I'm giving way too much away. I should stop doing that. Then, tick or cross. I understand why reproduction is so important for the survival of animals. If you understand why reproduction is so important for animals to survive, make a tick. If you do not understand, if it doesn't make sense to you, why do animals need to make more of themselves, make a cross. Good, let's move on to the last page. Is this living or non-living? Is a piece of limestone a living or a non-living thing? And explain why. A piece of limestone, can it move? Can it breathe? Can it reproduce? Can it eat? Can it drink? Can it grow? It took me so long to think of that one. And can it... I cannot believe I'm spacing again. I literally just said that. Move. Can it move? So right, yes, because it can, I don't know, move or grow or drink, or no, because it cannot move or reproduce or whatever. Whichever you think the answer is. Next one, what can a bird do that a rat cannot do? Now here's a rat and a bird, if you look very closely. What can a bird do that a rat cannot do? There is not only one answer. There is more than one answer. For example, the way that they move is different. The way that they have babies is different. Yeah. So what can a bird do that a rat cannot do? A bird can... Good, tick or cross. I know the difference between living and non-living things. If you feel like, yep, I would be able to tell you if something is living or whether it's non-living, give it a tick. If you feel like I still don't really know how to decide whether something is alive or not, make a cross. Finn. Yes. Good, then, tick or cross. I know that animals move in different ways. If you feel like, okay, no, I understand. Different types of animals can move in different ways. And then there are some of the animals that defy that logic, like bats that can fly or some snakes that can swim. Make a tick. If you feel like, well, all animals just move anyway, so there's not really a difference. And if you don't really understand what I mean by animals move in different ways, make a cross. Just so, by the way, those of you, if you make a cross, I'm not going to call you and shout at you, not at all. I'm just going to make a note of it so that I can help you when we are back at school. Then, how can we help plants to grow? Unjumble the letters to find the names of the main parts of a plant. Remember the art, not really art, but the project that we did in class with the straw and the paper and the markers, where we did the 4 different parts of the plant and you had to paste it for me? Think about it, okay? This is the part of the plant that holds it upright, okay? That holds it upright, and it feeds the nutrition, the vitamins and the minerals, whatever, from the ground all the way up to the other part. I can't say the names. So that's what this is. This is the part of the plant that works as the kitchen where photosynthesis takes place. This is the part of the plant that helps with reproduction. Okay, the seeds are normally found there. And then this is the part of the plant that goes underground and drinks the water up and sends it to the rest of the plant. Goody. Now, name 2 things that plants need to grow well. What do plants need to grow well? There is more than 2. I just need 2. What do plants need? Like humans who need water and food, what do plants need? Think carefully. Good. And then tick or cross. I know the names of the main parts of a plant. If you could remember these 4 words, no problem. Give it a tick. If you were like, I totally forgot what those parts of the plants were, I'm so lucky Ms. Etzebe talked so much, then make a cross. Awesome possum. I don't really know what. Possum like per hour, or possum like per or. Let's do possum. Awesome possum. Oh, that's cute. That's going to be the new thing. So, okie dokie artichoke and awesome possum. That's the new thing. All right. You finished your science thingy, your science work today. Congratulations. You are officially on holiday. Grade 2, this is for fun. If you want to do it, it's again to do with the Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is really very quickly becoming one of my favorite children's books. Never thought about it. Had it in the class all the time, never thought about it, and now I'm so excited about it. Just so by the way, I got us new reading books. I got us new reading books for the class, so I can't wait to share those with you when you are back. But for now, we have holiday. I will see you, I think, on the 27th of July. The 26th of July, the teachers go in on my birthday. My goodness. So, and then the 27th of July is when I will see you guys again, and I'm so very excited. I'm hoping everything works out and that your beautiful faces can join me in class again on that day. But whatever, go do this if you want, don't if you don't want to. Your choice entirely. I love you so much, and I hope you enjoy your holiday. Bye.